Hi, Miss Patsy.
Hey, Chris. Welcome.
This is gonna be fun.
It is.
Chickens.
I know. The girls, we call them.
Girls.
The girls.
All right,
Yeah.
so we're gonna learn a little bit about the girls today.
That's
so
right.
where do you want to start?
Well, I would like to show you inside the coop
Okay.
and different features in there. So,
Okay.
come right through the front
All
door.
right.
Hey, here they are.
Girls. Hey. All right.
This is the front porch, and it leads into the run over here, which
Okay.
is, if it's rainy or cold weather, they can go out there and get on the roosting poles and feel like they're outside somewhat.
Okay.
In the front porch, we keep food all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There's pellets,
Right.
and then behind you in that hanging bucket is scratch, which is like a treat, like eating a candy bar for me, but
Okay.
the chickens like scratch a lot. And also, they happen to be working on a, it's like a suet bar for
Sure,
birds,
okay.
but it has dried mealworms and seeds in it.
Okay.
And you can hear them making noise because they're coming at it from both sides of the
Right. They're
fence.
working on it pretty good too.
So let's go in and see where the action happens
Okay.
as far
Before
as
we go
laying
in,
it.
Miss Patsy, though, let's talk a little bit about your water right here.
Well, chickens need fresh water all the time.
Okay.
So I have water outside, which I'll show you in a minute, and
Okay.
there's also water right here.
Okay.
And they get fresh water every day, sometimes twice a day. They scratch and it gets dirty and gets straw and things in it. So
Okay.
fresh water is very important. The right food is very important.
Okay.
And of course, when we go outside, I will talk to you a little bit about what they do all day long.
Okay. All right.
So we'll go
Step
in.
inside. Let's step inside.
Thank you.
Excuse me, ladies.
This
All right.
is where the nesting boxes are. I have 3 on each side, and there's some eggs that were
I see
laid in the last 2.5 days. So I left them there so you could see.
Okay. Okay.
The interesting thing, out of 6 boxes, the chickens all prefer one box to lay in. And sometimes one's in there and another one won't in there, and I heard a lot of squawking one day.
Okay.
And they just want the same box for
Why is
some
that?
reason.
Yeah, I can tell because all the eggs are pretty much right there. How about that?
So over here, by instinct at night, the chickens go inside
Okay.
at dusk, and they go up. So it's important to have a roosting pole that's up off the ground. So we, since these girls are rather spoiled, they have ladders. They
have a
don't have to
ladder. How
fly
about that?
up. They just climb up the ladder.
Nice.
And they sit up there very closely sometimes, especially in the winter, they get
Okay.
very close. And they do a lot of pooping at night.
Okay,
So that's
sure.
what these trays are for. And it's very easy. I take that old spatula and a recycle kitty litter box,
Okay.
and I just put my gloves on and scrape it off, put it in, and later that goes in the compost pile.
Okay.
And it's no smell, no odor. I mean, it's just takes about 5 to 6 minutes each day, and
Wow. That's every day.
every day.
Okay.
And if I'm out of town, I have someone who will come and do it for me.
Okay. Good deal.
So, okay?
All right. Wanna go back out here?
Hey, baby.
Ladies.
Baby. This is Checkers.
Hey, checkers.
Checkers is one of the only original hen that I have left. She's a New Hampshire
Okay,
Red.
get you go like that.
Yeah.
All right.
These
What
are
do we have here?
These are some of the happy hen treats, as they're
Happy
called.
hen.
This is a forage cake. It's very hard, and they have to work at it, so that's a chore for them, but they enjoy getting the goods.
Okay.
This is a treat cake. This one has seeds and mealworms, just like they were working on inside, but a different flavor. And these are just the dry mealworms, and I will show you what this means to them perhaps in a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That'd be
They
nice to see.
love these.
Now, you also have bread.
I have bread because that's one of the tricks to get them into this area, which I call the corral.
Okay, this is
So
the
it's a
corral.
bigger, safe, but it's space, but it's all safe with the fencing
Okay.
and the gates.
Okay.
So early in the evening, I make sure they're in here, and then I can come back after dark if I need to,
Okay.
and close the front door, close the trap door, and they're good. They're
Well, we'll
safe.
make sure they're safe. Now, what about your water here?
This is just an outside source. I have another water source over in the the pasture.
The pasture, okay.
And no matter how much I keep the water clean, how many times I change it, if it rains and water collects in anything, they'll drink that too. So,
Okay.
I mean, you just do the best you can with keeping fresh water for them.
Okay. Now, how are your ladies around kids?
They're good. The kids love to come over and throw treats to them and watch them.
Yeah.
They do peck sometimes, not because they're mean, but because they want the treat before you get it out of your
Okay.
hand sometimes.
Okay.
But yeah, children love to come and feed the chickens.
So they love to feed the chickens.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you want to show us with the mealworm or with the bread?
Yeah. Well, they're taking their little siesta under this bush, and also that bush is a safe place for them. If
Okay.
they hear a hawk or one of the predators, particularly hawks, they will run under there, and they also dig little dirt bath holes under there and outside. And in the mid-afternoon, they just kind of take a break, a siesta. But that's a safe place for them, or they'll come and get under this table or the water table out there if they hear something.
Okay.
So by instinct, they go for a safe place.
Okay.
Well, let me see if I can
Siesta sounds good.
entice them out with some bread.
I like the little siesta.
Come here, girls. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Here you go. Come on. Come on out.
There you go.
Yeah. You can have your own. A little bit harder for them to see on this straw.
How about that?
So this is a way I can entice them in if I need to leave before it's the right time to put them in the corral.
Okay. So
And
from the pasture to the
so
corral
I
is how
just
you do
leave
it.
them in with the bread, and then I can do whatever I need to do and feel safe about them.
Okay. What time do you normally do that? Is there a certain time or?
Well,
day or-
if I need to leave mid-afternoon, it's a little bit harder to get them in, but like I said, the bread works quite well.
Okay.
Usually I put them up a little bit before dusk,
Oh, before dusk.
before the raccoons and the possums and other predators tend to come out. So
Wow. And like you mentioned earlier when we were talking wild dogs too, right? Something else you have to be
I
concerned
lost
about.
3 chickens on one day. That's maybe a year and a half ago, and I had a temporary fence up while we were sort of under construction, and 2 dogs without leashes and without, I don't know where they came from, but they took out 3
Wow.
hens in one day.
Okay. All right, Miss Patsy, what are you gonna do with the chickens though?
These chickens are pets.
Uh-huh.
They do lay eggs. We do collect the eggs,
Okay.
and we give most of them away. And they're just fun to have.
Okay.
I grew up with chickens on a
Yeah.
farm, but they were not pets. They were just part of the livelihood. But these girls are definitely spoiled,
I can tell.
and they get lots of treats, and people enjoy coming to watch them. So that's no eating these girls. If
No
that's
eating
what
these
you're
girls.
asking.
Oh,
No.
none of that. Strictly pets.
That's right.
All right. So the ladies in the city, right?
That's right.
Ladies in the city.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Miss Patsy. We appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Thank you, ladies.